Hello, everybody, and we are back. Oh my God, it's been a long time. I've been on a holiday. I've been with my family in Gran Canaria for 2 weeks, and it was amazing. And I am ready to go back to doing podcasts. And I am so excited for our guest today. So, this particular guest that I have has got a very special place in my heart. We worked together in a previous company for a long time, and I have discovered a power about me when I met this person, and I am very, very grateful. Without further ado, let's all welcome, my friend. Not all witches wear black. Some wear spreadsheets, serve sarcasm, and know your entire birth chart before you say hello. Today's guest is the reason I own my first tarot deck and the reason I sleep with crystals under my pillow. He's mystical, magical, and mildly terrifying if you've got bad intentions, so don't cross him. Welcome to a conversation with my real-life fairy god witch, Haych. Hello, my love.
Hello.
Hello. Oh my goodness. It's been a long time. We talk once in a while. So let's say if I had a dream and I need you to interpret my dream, I go to Haych. So Haych is my person when it comes to mystical, spiritual. He is such a bright light to my life. So he is so important. So when your name popped up in the guest list, a potential guest list, and I'm like, let's have him. And now you are here. How are you?
Yeah, generally, I'm okay. So I'm still practicing the same things.
I am so excited to have you here. Remember the time during lunchtime with Mungo, Galunggong, extra rice, and just chat away things. And I miss those times where it just feels like we own the world, we own the time. And it was not stressful at all. I mean, our shift at that time is a UK shift, isn't it? So everybody's half asleep at that time, and we are there in the pantry chatting away. And it was such a beautiful friendship I have discovered with you. So I'm really, really grateful that you have accepted our invitation to be here. Okay, I'm sure everybody else is as excited as I am to know, who the fuck are you? Why are you sitting in Bleep It or Not podcast? So my first question, who is Haych? So why have I invited you here? So the title of our podcast is called Which is Which, because not a lot of people know that I have a magical power. Haych is a witch. So Haych, tell us something like a basic part about being a witch.
I guess it's fun being number one, if you recognize energies, and you can also help people with problems dealing with energies as well. And not only you are familiar with magic itself, you can also if you want to do tricks. But basically, it's your own craft, and you follow your own rules. You don't follow anything.
Are you a light witch or a dark witch?
There is a little misconception on that one, because magic really has no color. So it would actually depend on how you will use it. Will you use it to either heal others, or will you use it to harm others? So basically, there's no color on it, but since it's being brought up now, I could say that I'm a little bit of a light and a black witch. So I'm kind of standing in the middle, and they would normally call us as the grey witch.
When do you practice dark witch? When do you decide that, it is necessary for me to actually become this type?
You do that since I'm a Capricorn, by the way, so our patience is really that top-notch high. So when that particular type of patience has gone out, and that's the time that you do a little trick, but not really to harm someone. Just teach them a little lesson. It's like you're showing them hints. So not that painful.
Yeah, so it's nothing like, okay, siguro pwede yung madapa ka sana. Ganun. Ganun ba?
Sometimes.
O sana, ay nako, Diyos ko po, malunok mo sana yung buong skyflakes. Ganun, di ba?
Mm-hmm.
I think let's just clear the fog here. Haych, when he said that he's a dark witch and at the same time a light witch, depends on the people he encounters. So if Haych is being abused, then yes, it is necessary for him to switch to that type of witchery. Okay, so I do get that. We're still human being. We are literally, we have soul inside of us that lived so many lives before, but we are here in the body of Haych and Tanya. We are still human, so it means you still get hurt.
Yeah.
You have boundaries, and some people step on it on purpose. And that's why you have to sometimes teach them a lesson. I mentioned something, so people probably is confused. Okay, he's a witch. We get that, okay? We want to find out more about his witch side. But why did you mention Excel sheet? Did you know, this is a trivia, did you know Haych is a fucking god in Excel? It's probably everyone who's really good in Excel is a god to me, because I'm slowly getting better at it. But when I met Haych, I probably do not know that you can drag the little side corner, that you just pull all the data instead of typing them manually. Haych taught me that. So I felt like when he did that, I look at him, wow, what is this sorcery? And from then on, I just didn't look at him as a witch. I'm just looking at him as like an Excel god. So why are you working with Excel? So let's share your history of work, how we met. So you work with Excel as a business analyst. Is it a business data analyst? Was that your role before?
That was business intelligence.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Business intelligence. So you don't fuck with that, people.
Yeah.
You don't fuck with that, people. Okay, so business intelligence, and this was in First Source, right? And at that time, I was a accent communication and product trainer, and also a beautiful model. Thank you very much. So tell us about your role at that time, please.
I was lucky enough to land that job because before, I hate numbers really. I hate numbers. I hate everything that connects with numbers. Dream role back then was to be a communications analyst or a quality analyst. Then there came an opportunity that I was needed. I was needed to do some spreadsheets since I was involved in reporting prior to exposed to other numbers. So I landed on that job, specifically doing much, Excel stuff.
Witchery, spiritual stuff are all about numbers, right? So we have the angel numbers, and I know you hated that before, and I do too. But I discovered, since going deeper into spiritualism, I learned that everything is numbers. How did you find out that you have this magical in you? Well, like, how old were you?
I think I was in elementary grade. I'm not specifically sure of what age that was. So I got intrigued with elementals, the encantos.
Oh, it's a prominent thing in the Philippines, right? So we've got legendary stories about Encanto. So what's the English of Encanto? Enchanted fairies, right?
Yeah. So I got intrigued about them, and it was at first I was really scared seeing one, but eventually as I moved on, watching a lot of horror stories, it happened. I think it was a blessing as well because I was able to use the normal playing cards, the bicycle. Do you remember that? The bicycle cards.
Yes.
So those were my first tarot cards when I was in high school. And I was
Oh my
able to
God.
predict some features back then using just those.
Do you remember what that prediction was? Was it a simple prediction? Like, About someone.
He was actually looking for someone. She mentioned that her sister was missing for like 2
Okay.
days. They weren't sure where she was.
Uh-huh.
Alas, I think her and her family got into a fight, so she moved out without any communications.
Mm-hmm.
So she told me that they were busy looking for her and that time. And there was just this intuition that when I get a card, try to check where that person is. So I shuffled them. I wasn't really I don't have any clue what I was doing back then. I was like, but while I was shuffling and getting those cards, those images are actually just popping into my mind. And I was like, OMG, I know where she is. So I called my friend and, hey, I know where she is now. She said this, and that. And yep, they went there and they found her.
Oh my. And how did you feel when you were right? When you were told like, H, you're right.
I was happy and shocked at the same time. I was confused because what? What on
Yeah.
earth happened?
Yeah. So it's like you've got a download,
Yeah.
like a message that you received from that H, okay? Correct me if I'm wrong. Because I am a claircognizant. Okay? I do not see things, but I feel them. So I feel energy. I also have visions. Are you a claircognizant or a clairvoyant? So like, can you see? You can see, I believe.
I was clairvoyant, but
Uh-huh.
I could only see the future, but not the entities. So
Not the
I
entities.
think your eye was like half open when I was on that stage. I can only see the
Okay.
future, but I cannot see the entities in a 3D form. I can only see them at the back of my third eye.
Same. That's what I say. That's what I also see. Don't also not just see future. I see what steps they're gonna make. I see what they did as well. I see.
Mm,
Oh, I also not see, like feel. So that's the time you've discovered. It's pretty young, and I'm sure it was really scary because I discovered mine when I was about like around 25 or something like that. When I started working with you, that's the only time. But I had also experiences in the past that I just felt like something. I feel something, but I just couldn't understand it, and
yeah.
fear just was a driver of all of it. That's why I did not entertain
Okay.
it. Have you ever felt, the first time you met me, have you ever felt something weird about me? I want to know your first impressions because at that time, you are full on a witch already. Am I right?
Not yet. I wasn't full
Not
at that
yet.
time. Yeah. But
Okay.
there's a but in that statement. When I first saw you at, I'm not sure was that boardroom when we were signing on contracts. Your energies back then, what if I can describe them now, was very warm, very nurturing, and there's a little what do you call that? Mysteriousness about it. It's like, who the hell is she?
Mm-hmm.
That was your energies back then. I can read them now because back then I wasn't really sure. I was like, it's like, how do you put it? It's like you're one of the glow in the dark thingies. You just simply glow in a crowd.
At that time, so this gift that we have is
Mhm.
existing, pre-existing. We just didn't develop it. We just didn't know
Exactly.
it's there. Okay, so you've
Yes.
got that feeling, and your third eye is half open. And I'm sure at that time, mine is completely closed because I prefer it closed because I was scared. The moment I met you, I can't fucking read you. You are for some reason so protected. I don't know if you put that protection or you have an army of spiritual guides that's protecting you because I can't read you. But I was trying to see like, will I hate this person? Will I work with him properly? Or like, will I end up being friends with him? But I can't. You cannot sometimes I have a feeling in the past, I would have a feeling I will be friends with this person. So when I met you, I can't tell because you were so protected that I can't read your energy because I think, which is amazing. So that's my intuition. I want to get to know him then. If I can't read him now, I want to get to know him. So that was my first impression. Okay, what's the weirdest thing you ever sense at work with our workplace that we were together? Did you tell anyone?
It wasn't really sense. It's more of. Do you remember?
Oh yes,
Let me tell a story about it. I think that's the biggest chunk of my experience as a witch back then. I think they were in a meeting and I was called because he wanted to do a tarot reading. That was with the other bosses in a room, in his room. So he did that. And then he asked me again. They're planning to go to India back then. And then he asked me a question that I was caught off guard. The question
Who is
was,
this who asked you the question? Okay.
the question he asked me was, how will I die?
Oh my.
And then at that time, I'm not sure really what happened, but I mentioned to him there was a plane crash in a field full of bananas. So
Oh
I
my
can only see
God.
banana leaves, but not the fruit.
You told
10
him
years
that.
now, he canceled the flight, so only the other boss went to India, but not him. So that time, I did not realize that until he passed on. Rest in peace.
Wait, hang on. Okay, give me a moment. Who passed on? No fucking way!
Yes, I think that was after or before the pandemic.
No,
Not when.
I did.
Yeah.
Okay,
He
how did
did.
he pass?
That's my next statement.
Shit. Haych, this is. Oh my god, I am so fucking shocked. Okay.
Okay. So, at that time, I did not really, I wasn't sure what was the banana leaves is connected to. So, that time that I mentioned to him that it was a plane crash into a field full of bananas, but I cannot see the fruit itself. He was given 10 years to change whatever he is doing on his life. So the universe gave him 10 years maximum to live, to
Shit.
change. And if the changes on his life will not push through, then that's the end of it. So the last post that I've seen from him was he was in bed with banana leaves.
Fuck me. Right. Why is he in bed with banana leaves? What's the correlation of that banana leaves on that? What is he? Did he fall ill?
Yes, he did. He was hospitalized for. I wasn't really tracking his post, but he got hospitalized because of an illness, and that illness also took in some disease of his skin. So they needed banana leaves, so at least I think to repel or to. I'm not sure. I'm not sure,
Yeah.
but
Usually, it's in the Philippines. If we have a foreign viewers, Philippines, we have this belief that when you've got an open wound on your skin, banana will help you heal faster and better as well. Right. So, I I am flabbergasted.
me too.
So when you learned about his that condition and he's wrapped with banana leaves and all that, how did you feel?
I was like, OMG. And then I remember my not really a prediction. I remember what I said to him at that time when he asked me how he will die.
I
That
am
was the
so shocked.
only reading that I recall fully because the other readings I cannot recall. That was just something that was pinned on my mind that there was a plane crash. It was full. It was a field full of banana leaves, but I cannot.
Fuck's sake. You know, like this revelation, Haych, is like shock after shock after shock. So I didn't know past. Oh my god. And that is, see how powerful Haych is? He doesn't even know at that time. He doesn't even fucking know at that time. Right, so with that statement, Haych, can you predict death?
Before no, now yes.
Shit! See, that's that choice I'm making. I do not want to predict death, okay? Because involved in card reading, I have a lot of customers or clients who would ask me how will I die or something like that. Or sometimes they don't, because onset of the reading, I say, I do not predict death, okay? Because my reading is about spiritual guidance, okay? It's literally, I'm a light on your path and I'm going to help you find your way there. Again, you're powerful. You have the option to change all the cards that you want to, you know, that the card is telling you. You have the option. But if you like what the card's telling you, you can keep at it. But do not make it your fucking full life. The card is just giving you a guidance. So I always tell them that. I do not want to predict that. Although I'll tell you something. So when I arrived here in the UK, my full-on reading actually start here in the UK. Although I did some reading in the Philippines, and those are just my family members. And there's a lot of revelation there as well. Even me, when I predict or I read them correctly or accurately, I am also shocked. And sometimes, you know, the doubts creep in. When I arrived here in the UK, I remember asking you, it's about like reading people free. You don't ask them to pay you because it is a gift. So you told me that. So I instilled that in my head. But someone told me something else, who's also a reader or a spiritual witch, I think. So first few years, I did some charity. So I worked in a company where we do a lot of charities. I'll read the people, and this is the payment. But instead of paying straight to me, pay the charity. So we collect the money, and that the money that is from the people I read will go to the charity. And can you imagine? So if it's a fucking full department of people, I sometimes have like 30 people I'm reading. So there was one person I read, I'm not going to mention her name because I think that scared the shit out of her. And it scared the shit out of me as well. So I was reading and reading. And you know the tarot card that we bought together? It's the same tarot card that I still use now. Because the connection I have with that card is so strong that I am able to use the card as an instrument to be able to read people. So I flip the card and I say, "You're prone to accident." And she said, "Oh yeah, I trip all the time, blah blah blah." So I said, for some reason, I just said it. It just popped in my head. Be careful of cars. I said that. And she said, "Oh, you're scaring me. I don't want." I said, "It's all right, but you can change it anyway. Just be cautious. It's just the cards telling you just be cautious." Few months after, she was in a huge accident with her partner. Car fucking accident. She had to be off work because she had to recuperate in months. Because I think nearly broke her leg. But they're both okay. I think from then on, she may have actually, I don't know, hated me. So because I don't know, it's the way that people think, you know, they're like, did she put it on me, or like I'm so scared, I don't want to talk to her, I don't want to have my card read anymore, which is understandable. But that's when that moment happened to a person I read, I was fucking shocked to my gift, and it kept escalating. So it get better and better. It's like the universe is saying, "Girl, it is your calling. We're gonna give you more shocking details here." So I know there's more shocking details for you, and that one you just gave me is just huge fucking an explosion. I'm so speechless. Okay, so now we are moving on from your job to you being a full-time witch, okay? So you told me earlier interest with elements, magic when you were younger. But what were your first signs you have the gift as a witch though?
Yeah, I think the first sign that caught my attention really was I was able to command the wind.
Command the wind. Oh my god. Okay. Tell me. So
So
when how old were you?
I think I was 10, 11 at that time. I was very young.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't really sure what was going on back then. So I was in our backyard. So
Mhm.
we had trees before. It was summer. It was summer in the Philippines is scorching, right?
Yes, scorching, yes.
I was there since I'm a Capricorn and plants are really my thing. So I just went there just to freshen up. So it was really hot, and I was like, why can't you just blow wild and remove this hotness that I feel?
Yeah, the temperature, yes.
In 3 seconds, the wind blew so hard and wild.
Oh my god.
I
What was your
was,
reaction? You were
I
fucking
was
10 years
scared. I
old?
was, what happened?
Oh
So I
my god.
ran back into my
So
house.
can you still do it now? Or are you better at it?
Of
Yeah.
course,
So you
since
can
I was
command
10.
wind. I can command sun. I mean, I live in a country that is very cold, okay? So the
Mhm.
completely opposite Philippines. So UK is a very cold country. Since I became involved with spiritualism and magic and all that, I play around with my kids, would say, "Oh, it's raining, mommy." Remember, wherever is mommy, the sun is there. And true enough, the sun will come out. And then my kids would be shocked and they would say, "Oh, Mommy, here comes the sun." So now, every single time they speak to other people, even to their dad, they would say, "It's all right, daddy. Wherever is mommy, there's the sun." And the sun shows up. And just like, so those are the things that I can also do. We are very similar. It's just a huge discovery for me that we are very similar. But I'm sure
Mm.
you are on a higher level because you've been doing this in a long time. And then maybe you're more open to more gifts. Because me, I'm trying to do it slowly because I am just in a
Okay.
stage of like discovering myself or remember who I am. Okay.
Mm-mm.
So now, what's we can talk about the card reading, okay? Or even reading someone. What's your process before reading someone's energy? Like, what's your process? Do you see aura colors? I think you do, right? You've mentioned it before. Yeah, because you told me my color when I asked you about it. So, what's your process? Let our viewers know how do you actually do it.
Reading a person is it's like a permission. So you ask for permission first. By asking permission, you ask for their first for their full name. When they give you their full name, it means they're giving you permission to read them. So once I got the permission, I shuffle the cards 3 times, and
Mm-hmm.
then I would need to separate them into 3 columns or
Mm-hmm.
3 decks. And
Mm-hmm.
then as long as I'm not gonna choose the same on how I divided them, then that's fine. And then I would ask which is the dominant hand. I ask which is the dominant hand because the dominant hand will be your receiver, will be your answers, while
Mm-hmm.
your left dominant will be your issues and your questions.
Okay.
And I would never ask the person what they wanted to know. I would normally tell them, if you want to know something, ask that to your mind. Do not tell it to me at any cost,
Okay.
unless you want me to know what the question is.
Mm-hmm.
So
But do you eventually? So, example, you pick the card and they ask the question in their head. You pick the card. Do you ask
mm,
them what's your question, or you just tell them the answer? Okay.
the answer and the issues
Okay.
connected to that question.
Fuck's sake, H, you're on a different level. So if H does that, my reading is like this. Onset of the reading, because the moment they seek my guidance, they are actually turning on and signing a contract, I allow you to read me. So the moment,
Okay.
yeah, so the moment I see them, I see already energies. So I feel energies. I start reading them already without flipping the cards. But I do not tell that to them because again, I use the card as an instrument to tell it to me accurately. Okay. I also, how do you call it? I shuffle the cards also. I don't have specific numbers. And before I open or cut the deck, I ask them to place their hand on the deck. However many times you became my customer or my client, you would still do the same because it's you sending the energy to the card, so the card will be able to manifest that into answers. Okay, so once they do that, I separate also into three. If it's your first time, I separate into three, and then I ask them which one resonates more. So let's say left deck, and I say, this is your past because I need to get to know you. Where are these roots of present and future fears are coming from? I need to get to know you. So I flip aimlessly the deck they chose for their past, and I get to know them. And once I get to know them, I move on to the present. But before I pull the present, I'll ask them first, do you have questions before before you want me to pull cards? And they would ask questions, blah, blah, blah. Work a lot with energy and spirit guides because my connection is stronger on the other side than to the person. Now, let's go to the point where I discovered I've got a gift. And it was the time I was with this magical person. Okay. So I decided one day I will do that. The reason why I've never had my card read before, why I'll tell you. Because when I was young, my mom had her card read or seen a clairvoyant. Okay, I was probably 2-3 years old. And the clairvoyant told her that your child will never graduate. You need to protect her because she'll get pregnant early. At the time, I was the only child. So my mom's thinking is this child. From then on, she was so strict with me. She was she would even use that to me, like when I was a bit older, and she said, maybe the manghuhula was right, no? Mabubuntis ka na maaga. Uwi ka na uwi ng gabi. Ganon. So ako, sabi ko sa sarili ko, I can change that. For some reason, we can change. This is our rules, right? As card readers, you can fucking change your cards. Right. The card may say that you're not for this guy, but if you really want to, you can flip your card. Mm-hmm. So I told my mom, I said, I'll prove you wrong, that your manghuhula is wrong. I proved her wrong. I finished school, didn't get pregnant. You know who she predicted? Is actually my youngest sister. Because at that time, I'm the only child. So how, the manghuhula would just say, your daughter, but it's my sister. Mm-hmm. So I didn't get my card read. So when I met Haych, and he's mentioned that his cards were, he's doing card reading, he's into magical stuff. I didn't believe him at first, okay? And that's being truthful. I think he even told you. It's because I had this bad experience of my mom going to manghuhula. She was so strict with me because she really believed that I'm going to get pregnant and not finish school. So when I finally decided, I said, lunchtime, let's do it. I think it was even break time. So we were, what, I remember that place. Ano tawag doon? Break room yun eh. Para siyang pathway, pero madilim. Pero so we were there, and luckily, there's not a lot of people at that time. So Haych sat there, and then with his deck of cards, and I was there. I was just sitting literally next to him. It was completely informal. So, and he said, "You're ready." So he's flipping the cards right in front of me. I looked at the card. I can read it. Sabi ko, ay, bakit ganun yung card ko? Bakit hiwalayan ko daw si ano? And then Haych, am I right with this, Haych? Please correct me if I'm wrong. Haych looked at me, bakit mo nababasa yung card? and I said, huh? Binabasa ko na ba yung card? Hindi ako marunong magbasa ng card.
Yeah.
You can tell.
I remember that, yeah.
You can tell. And then, sabi niya, finold niya yung card pabalik. Teka lang ha. sama ka sa akin, punta tayo dito sa witchcraft shop. Hayaan mo yung card, piliin ka. Yun yung message mo.
Yeah.
Punta tayo sa shop. Kasi may gift ka. Sabi ko, anong gift ko? Tingnan natin. Punta tayo sa gift shop, sa witchery shop, and see what your gift is. And then I said, wag ka mamimili ikaw ang pipiliin ng card. So, tingin-tingin kami ng mga stuff, mga crystals and all that. So, I saw this orange Osho card. So, sabi ko, ang ganda ng kulay nito. Tingin siya sa akin, yan ang card mo. Bilhin mo na, girl. Ha? Hindi ako marunong magbasa. Bilhin mo na. Dali. So, bilhin naman ako. So then, from then on, ni-read ko yung book. Then again, the book is useless. The guide of the tarot card is useless because it's the card, your connection with the card. Bring us back to that time when you're reading me the first time and discovering my gift. So did you find out what kind of gift I have, or did you identify me as a witch or someone who's just gifted?
So back then, I wasn't really sure on which of the six senses were you were actually open at that time until I flipped up the cards. And then when you mentioned the same words, I was thinking, OMG, her intuition is higher than mine. So that's the moment when I realized that I was reading another person who is highly sensitive to intuition.
Oh my God.
That's why I stopped it, right? I stopped the reading.
Sabi mo, teka lang, punta tayo ng shop bukas ng umaga ha. Pero ano yun tapos ang shift natin is like, I don't know, 5 o'clock in the morning or something. Hintayin natin magbukas ang shop. And then, bili tayo ng cards. Sabi ko, okay, paano hindi ako marunong magbasa? Marunong ka. At that time, I didn't believe Haych. I didn't believe me. I didn't. So, I read the cards, and then again, I started reading myself, and I said, bakit ganun? Ba't ko nga siya nababasa? So, I started reading my family, and then nasya-shock sila. And a family member that I read, she even became teary-eyed because I accurately read everything. So, from then on, Haych became literally my light. You know, so every single time I question ako and I don't understand and fear creeps in, Haych is there to guide, you know. So you read aura, right? Mm-hmm. So currently, let me ask you, what's my aura?
Blue.
Okay. And do you have a particular meaning of blue in your language, or is it like the standard meaning of aura colors? Because blue is calm, isn't it?
Yeah.
Happiness and all that. Or do you have your own colors for your aura, for interpreting people?
This is what I actually just been seeing, not really recently, but for the past few years that I've been practicing. So colors itself reflects on how they feel at that moment. For example, you are blue today, but tomorrow you're orange. So, so it would reflect on how you feel. What's the emotion that's actually on its highest peak?
Mm-hmm.
That's when you learn that. When I decided, that's the main reason why I need to study again the aura colors, what they meant, and what's the effect on that person. Because if you see red, of course red is anger, but is that person angry to himself or to other people or maybe to the world? So those things that you need to clarify.
When you describe it earlier, it's not just their colors. Sometimes they carry a past, an anger that do not belong to them. Same. So I didn't study it, okay? So these are the gifts I'm discovering about myself. So I am a claircognizant, so I read people's energy more and auras. So even if I don't see colors, I understood the energy that they have at the moment. So let's say they seem to be happy, but their energy is so dark. Very dark. So I do not judge the person just because, okay, she's depressed. So she's just masking, you know. But really, dark because she is surrounded with energy that does not belong to her. So she must be in a toxic relationship, or parents might be toxic, or a toxic career or something like that that she carries with her all the time. That at that moment her aura might come out as blue, as calm, or yellow, happy, but really the energy speaks more volume. Easier for me to read energy. So your gift, H, you're clairvoyant before, but what are you now? Are you a clairvoyant slash claircognizant, or your clairaudience? Can you hear both, all of it? Oh yeah.
I have all six.
So all of it, right? So you can see. Can you see entities now?
Yes. See,
You can.
feel, smell, touch,
Can you
taste.
talk to them?
Yes.
Oh my god, amazing. Okay. Um so you can hear, you can also speak to them, you
Yes.
can see
Yes.
them. Amazing. And you can see future, you can see death of someone, right? Okay. Not going to throw myself under the bus here and ask myself how will I die, cuz I know I've got more to live. Excuse me everybody. Yes. Okay. So, what I want to know though is, do we have entities that are guides? Yes. Okay. Am I correct that I have 7 spiritual guides?
You have nine.
I have 9.
Yes.
Okay. The reason why I know I have 7 is because for people like us, who reads, who's into this, who's got this gift, we need armor of spiritual guides. So either you need a spiritual guide for wisdom, knowing, protection, guide, light, everything. So I have 7, but Haych just confirmed I've got 9. So is any one of those 9 an entity?
The two.
The 2.
Do you know where they are?
Fuck you. Where?
Ask your children.
Oh, I'm having goosebumps, man. Okay.
The 7 that you feel or the 7 that you see are your regulars. They're
Mhm.
superficial ones, but these ones are actually just half meant for you, and they're currently full time on Maddox syndrome.
Do you know why? Have you got this? I don't know if you do this, H, okay? I put a light. You taught me, actually. You know what? A stupid question. You actually taught me this. Put a white light on you as a protection. And I do that with my children and my husband. So every single time I do mine first, right? And then I do my children. And because of that practice, did I call upon those entities to do that?
No, they stepped in.
They stepped in. What kind of entities are they? Are they like, when you say entities though, are those like fairies, aliens, or
The first one is he's very tall. He's a male. He's covered in leaves.
Mhm.
He also has 2 horns, but the horns are like in a horizontal form.
Okay.
And you can only see one of his eyes, but not everything because he's covered in leaves.
Okay.
The other one is very muscular, very big as well, and his element is mix of fire and earth. But the other one
Okay.
is mostly wind or air. Sorry, air.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's amazing. You know, we love going to nature walks, right? And I taught them to hug trees. So the stepping in may have happened along along the lines of like when I taught them hug the trees, because the trees give you power. So, and the trees replenishes your negative energy, gives you more power everyday life because it connects you to the Mother Earth, right? Do you know how many guides I see? You have a battalion because you keep opening up a gift. How many do you know that you have?
Only one that I can see and feel is the one who always steps in. but I'm not sure what. I can only think of, okay, that one, which is I call Alpha, and then the second one is my other self.
Your higher, is it your higher self?
It's my past self.
Oh, as your guide. Oh my God. But how many do you know you have apart from those? Are those so two? H, I see more. So I think these two are more regulars, like
Yeah.
literally with you all the time. Do you know how many I see guides you have? I see 13 spirit guides.
The lucky number.
Yeah. So you've got several angels. You've got also ones that are in a hood and with a, how do you call it? This is a brown hood, like a vintage brown hood with a stick.
Past self.
Yeah, that's why it's very prominent, okay?
Let me ask you, the angels that you see, what colors are their wings? Are they white or black?
Both. Both. Because I think you practice both magic, you need to have both. But you have more black.
Then there's something I need to tell you.
What?
Is something that I just learned
Mm-hmm.
few years ago when I was elected as the president of the group that I am with to I'm doing esoteric stuff. So I was introduced to fallen angels, and I'm not sure if I was lucky or unlucky enough that
Mm-hmm.
I am being followed by them.
Oh.
I also can speak to them. That's why sometimes I feel drained and sometimes I feel not myself.
H, don't. I know you're not going to be scared on any of this because in people like in our language, you're used to this, okay?
Yeah.
A word just popped in my head, so I have a download. You know what's your role on this earth? Just this particular label or role just popped in my head. You're a light bearer. You are a light bearer. So you bring light to people. That's probably why. It's like, alam mo yung kutitap? Because you're a light. So those little insects are drawn to you. Negative, positive energies are drawn to you. I know I said we're going to go on a break, okay? And we are. We are. I want to know first, before we go on a break, what's the biggest misconception about witches and magic for H?
The misconception number one is whenever you are labeled as a witch, they would normally, they have this particular feeling that you're bad, you do nasty things, you eat human food, you eat children's heart and brains. It was like, what? No, it's not that.
Before we go on a break, I want to say thank you for sharing that part of your life because I know that's a lot of digging that we had to do, but we're going to dig more, H. You think you're going to get away with it? No, you're not, okay? I know we stopped earlier about the misconceptions with witches and magic. And also, it's, the old belief about witches in the past, they throw stones at the witches because they curse on people. What type of witch are you? Are you a good speller or are you the one who mix spells?
Well, the first thing I've learned from being a witch is aside from you do it by your own, you follow your own path. That is why it's called witchcraft because you craft your own craft. I create my own spells when needed. I also research on spells which I need to get or where I would need to envision what the spell would be. And yes, I'm a good speller.
Most witch I know, which is not a lot, okay, would have very strong, powerful tongue, okay? So it means when they speak, it can happen.
Yeah.
So you are the type of witch who is a good speller, okay? Have you... Okay, I'll give them a context on this. Spelling, hexing. Hexing is the negative side of things, okay? So hexing is like you putting a dark spells on someone. And I remember this lesson from Haych. Correct me if I'm wrong, Haych. if you hex someone, prepare for the exchange. Okay? So, have you hexed someone for your own, though? Because I know some people went to you to hex someone, right?
Yes.
Yes. And I want to know more about that, okay? But I want to know first, have you hexed someone?
Yes, because when your patience on that person and you have exhausted all your understanding, you had no choice, I can say. You still treating that person, treating them good, but they're giving you a negative feedback. So you have to at least avenge yourself a little.
So has anyone came to you to hex someone? How does that work though? So I said earlier, if hexing someone, be prepared for the exchange of that. Who accepts the exchange? Is it you or the person who requests a hexing?
What I would normally do is, if it's a bad energy, I would have the negative energies to deflect and run into circles. It's like the number 8. It will just up in
Infinity.
there, but it will not gonna touch you. Well, at that time, that person asked me to do something to a person. So what I did is, I asked him to engrave a candle in that person's name and put his blood on it, just so I'm safe.
Ah, right. Okay. And they are willing to that. So see, that's the price you pay
Yep.
for asking a witch to hex someone. So you also protect yourself by asking that person who requested the hexing to offer their own blood.
Yes.
Okay. You mentioned earlier that you are a good speller, right? So what is your favorite spell? Do you do spell on yourself?
Yes, sometimes.
So what do you do? What spells do you do to yourself?
We call it as glamour. So,
Glamour.
yes.
Okay, so tell me about that.
I use a glamour spell whenever I need it to attract someone.
I love it. I love it. So, okay, we that revealed a lot. Okay, so we all know that witches have power to just attract anyone they like. Sorry, now everyone wants to be a witch. So, does anyone? Okay, have you ever experienced someone come to you that can you make this person fall in love with me?
I did that a couple of times, and I can say the result is 100%.
Really? Oh my goodness. Sometimes this is what I want to know, right? You are a dark and a light witch, okay? So you have the power to choose which is applicable to a situation or to a scenario, okay? And I think that is more powerful than just being a dark witch and a light witch, okay? But what I want to know, Haych, looking at me, I know you've mentioned before or in the past that I am also a witch. Every single time I tell that to people, I'm a witch, they usually get scared or they don't believe me. But if someone is on the same spiritual level and asks, what kind of witch are you? I can't answer. I would only just say, I'm an alchemist. So I can, like you, I work on the energy. I make a circle, infinity, and all that. So I do that. And also, I'm a good speller. But really, for a pro like you, looking at someone who's also a witch, what do you think of me? Like, what kind of witch am I? Once and for all, let's just set that straight.
So if I see you now compared with before, you're currently like a big light that it's actually shining on you. You're like the brightest. You're brightest than the color white. And revelation.
I love it when you're a friend. It's like, oh, revelation. It's like, see, this is the friendship I have with Haych, okay? We talk not a lot, but we know a lot about each other. But when he reveals something because he reads me on a different level, ooh, it's like, girl. Okay, what's that revelation?
The revelation that you have is something to do with your heart, and it's warm. I think you should start practicing healing.
You think? So do you think I'm a healer witch? A what?
A light witch.
A light witch. Okay. So do you think I have a dark witch side in me? Oh,
Unfortunately,
I'm such
no.
a good God. See, this is why I need H in my life. Okay? This is why I need a dark witch in my life. Is it possible? Let's say, H, just for scenario. Let's say you are a full on dark, you don't have a light in you, and I am a full on white. Could we still be friends as witches? Or no?
No,
Does it
because we
need to
might
be a half and
struggle.
half?
We might be struggling on beliefs since you believe in healing, I believe in destruction. So there's
Oh.
chaos on that friendship.
Ah. So, example, they force the friendship, a dark witch and a light witch, they force the friendship, right? And let's say they have a common friend who comes to them and they said, my boyfriend did this to me. The light witch says, okay, let's cut the cord and heal you. The dark witch said, right, let's put chaos in his life. Can you imagine? You're healing the other person and you are putting destruction on the boyfriend as a
Yeah.
dark witch.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Chaos,
perfect
right?
combination and chaos. I must admit, H, when you said I'm a healer and I should start healing, do you know that I work a lot with crystal bowls?
Mm-hmm.
I also work a lot with plant frequency and also light healing. So, example, my son Bjorn would I sleep with him a lot because Magic sleeps with his dad. So, if Bjorn wakes up coughing and he's got a snotty nose and whatever, what I normally do is I imagine a yellow light coming into Bjorn and removing all the sickness that he has. That's how I heal him. Do you know that I have not been sick for a while? It's because I heal myself. How I'm so proud of myself for doing that. It's because of probably the protection I put in, or also because I'm capable of healing myself and helping others to heal. So I truly believe when you said I'm a healer. So this is probably why you said I'm a light witch, because I am for healing than the destruction. This is probably why I'm also involved more in podcasts, which is storytelling, allows people to come forward, heal, and rediscover themselves and their strengths.
Mm-hmm.
He's 100% agreeing. Thank you very much, everybody. Okay, that just confirms it. Okay, how do you? This is interesting, okay? A lot of people have this talent of magic. They just
Mm-hmm.
don't realize it because
Yeah.
I think a lot of you, all human beings have magic.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of discovering who you were because we are all old soul. So we all have this capability of magic and spiritual side of us, but not everyone is gifted to discover that.
Yeah.
So someone would come to you and say, I've done this and I don't know what to do. And sometimes they expose themselves with negative energy and they couldn't let go of that. They're still tied in their past or that ex or whoever. How do you cleanse yourself?
I have few things, of course, that I'm doing to cleanse myself from negative energies. One is I have my own protection. My own protection. You can see. So
Love that. Okay,
this,
tell us about that.
this is my, this one is my anticle. So it symbolizes the four basic elements. And the fifth one is it symbolizes spirit or soul. So this pentacle is the upper one and not the inverted one. So remember, the upper one is the good one, the inverted one is the bad one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my, and this is what you call as triquetra or a fairy shield. This connects to the other two persons which are important to me and who also knows magic and who are, I could say, whom I married spiritually.
Who is that?
The triquetra, it's not just a symbol of protection, but it's also a symbol of a past reincarnation from past to present, connecting us again from past to present.
Oh my God. So that connects you from the past relationship, from your past life.
Yeah, so there's these two persons that, well, they're my friends. So this two
Mm-hmm.
person, we didn't know that we knew each other back then, very very long time ago, and our story, our sort of friendship, really really intrigues everyone. We also had another podcast of that one for in a different platform. So we discuss what happened, and every time we tell people how this symbol connected us from past to present, you will be amazed,
Oh
and
my
you will
God.
believe in reincarnation.
I believe in reincarnation. I want to know this now, okay? Talking about reincarnation. Thank you for segueing that so perfectly.
Okay,
Before we do that, though, if you have a protection like that, I can answer that question, but I'm going to show you something. Let me get
sure,
something
sure.
quickly. So I am back. So my way of protection is like this. And it's every single time I am in a, how do you call it, in a situation that I will be exposed with negative energy, is I do a ritual. So you might recognize this from Reiki, okay? So I'm gonna stand up and then act it out, okay? This one first. So you swipe and you swipe and you swipe 3 times, and then you swipe to your body up until your hips. Swipe it again 3 times. Swipe it again, and after that, you would cut it in here on your hips. Cut that cord and then swish all the negative energy. Swish, swish, swish. That's what I do when I am reading someone, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But recently, I had this ring made. So you can see a half compass
Mm-hmm.
and a spiral,
Yeah.
and on the side is a wave, and on the other side is a feather.
Mm-hmm.
So the meaning of feather or the meaning of wave first is I go with the flow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The spiral means I go within my power.
Mm.
The compass is the universe guiding me divinely. And the feather is everything that I need is provided to me. So it's like an everyday reminder. So I wear that on my pinky ring, and I had that made from China. Only for 30 pounds. I don't know, that's expensive too. But it's cheap, especially if it's like something you personalize.
Sure.
So, what we're talking about, reincarnation, okay? I believe in reincarnation, Haych. I honestly believe in that. And I wish I can see people, although I think I did to some people who are really powerful. When I read them, if they've got a gift, I can see what were their past lives, but I don't know mine. I don't know yours as well. Only probably if I flip the card, I would know what kind of what were your past lives. But I don't think that I have not developed that gift yet. So could you tell me what is your past life or lives?
Alright, so before I reveal that, are you burning sage or any kind of incense?
No. Why? Do I have someone in the room?
There was a smoke.
Was there a smoke? Okay. So what does it mean if you see a smoke?
You're
Okay.
burning.
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
But hello to whoever that is. If you are a spirit that needs help, I am not the right person. So sorry. You may leave my field now. Thank you. Okay, H, go on. Who is your what is your past life?
Alright, so the past life that I am currently, what do you call it, amazed on is the position I had back then is not high and mighty, but at least in a position where you would command either soldiers or other mages. Let's put it
Oh
that
my
way.
God.
My practice in that life was Druidry.
What's that?
It's related to a very old religion. Focuses mainly on ceremonials and rituals, put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's connected to the forest itself. So that's the path that I had. which actually makes sense to this lifetime because I was born a Capricorn, which is a earth sign, which I am mostly linked to trees and animals, which I understand and can speak to that.
Really? Oh my God. So you can speak to plants, to nature, and also animals. Is that something new you have discovered?
Um, Back then, I thought it was normal because when you try to grow something that, I think that was one of the cosmos. You remember? The
Yes.
yellow? Yeah, that one. So I tried planting that and trying to grow it in a pot. I tried that. Cut some of it, a very small one, and then after a few days, it grew really tall.
Mm-hmm.
So that I thought it was normal that I had gained thumb. I thought it was normal. So I shrugged it off. And then as I grew, so as that something, even a plant which is nearly coming to its death or dying, I can revive it.
Oh my God.
And
What a
then
magic.
see, and then for on the animals part, I love animals. I am a I mean I had plenty of pets back then. I didn't know. I thought it was just a hobby that I love pets. No, it wasn't. It wasn't because I love pets. It wasn't because I love plants. Because it was connected to my past life. And it's
Yeah.
connecting to the present.
And those creatures, plants and animals, found that solace in you, found that connection, so they are also drawn to you.
Mm-hmm.
And you can bring them back to life, the plants, and connect to animals. That's amazing. That is honestly amazing. Can we tell our viewer how can they protect themselves?
The first protection item that I can advise you, just so negative energies can deflect you, is a pocket mirror.
A pocket mirror. Mhm.
And the mirror should be mirroring outside, so it has to face outside. You put it in your pocket, and it has to show the outside reflection.
Mhm.
So that will deflect anything that is shown to you negatively. But if you're not comfortable having that item, you can wear a Saint Benedict's medallion, sorry, pendant. And again, the cross should be facing outside. But there's a catch. If you're using the Saint Benedict medallion, you have to make sure that every week you state its prayer, and at least 2 or 3 times a week you place a drop of holy water to it, just so it can continue its energies.
Hearing you tell people about Saint Benedict, which is a religious symbol,
Mm-hmm.
can I ask you, what is your faith? So
Mm-hmm.
you still have faith?
Yeah, I still do. I still have my own faith. It's just that probably this time I am open not just into one religion, but I am open to most of the religions. Yes, I believe in God. I also believe that there are other forms of divinity which are around
Mm-hmm.
that also communicates not just to me but other people as well. They just don't want their presence to be known. So that's the reason why instead of focusing to one religion, which I actually did before, but why not, have an open mind, have an open heart, and see that the religion they're currently teaching only leads to one, which is focusing on love. That belief made me realize that many people nowadays would fight for something that they believed on, especially when you're a different kind of religion to a different kind of group. So normally they would clash on those beliefs. But I think what they're not seeing yet is that every teaching, everything that they teach they teach at the church or whatever you may call it, it only leads to one. That is only how you will how you will express love, either
Mm-hmm.
to other human beings or to yourself.
It's mostly what effect you do
Yes,
to others.
correct.
It's the positive impact you give to the world. Can you share a simple spell for or anything self love and confidence that spell to anyone that they can try on?
Okay, here's what I would normally do. If, let's say, I'm having an interview and I'm not that prepared,
Mm-hmm.
I don't use spells. I would either bring with me a crystal quartz, which is the jack of all
Mm-hmm.
trades, and I keep that crystal either a necklace or something crystal in my pocket, just to enhance that confidence that I have. Then when it comes to say, if I don't have that crystal with me, um, that's the reason I don't use spells, because I would normally use motivation instead of spells.
Yes. Yes, I do the same affirmation, right?
Correct. If it's something to do, let's say, with financials, I would attract something that is green, because green symbolizes money and financial things. So
Mm-hmm.
healing as well, by the way. So I would attract that color, and yeah, just attract it positively, not negatively. And if
True.
say I'm sick, I would yeah, if I'm sick, I would do the same thing. Attract green light, because it represents healing as well. Or I would just have a tree.
Yeah. So see, if I do when I wanted to exude confidence or self love,
Mm.
I do affirmation as well. So because I know crystals give me power enough,
Mm.
right? And sometimes my crystals are massive,
Mm.
so I can't put them in my pocket, or I can't be holding them all the time.
Mm.
And if I want to attract money, I would just say I love money and money
Mhm.
loves me.
And sometimes spells are actually are small prayers as well, shorter.
Yeah. So I think there's a misconception in spells like they need to be like poetic.
Yeah.
No, no, they don't
No,
need to.
that's the old
Don't need
one.
to rhyme.
Correct.
Yeah, they don't need to rhyme. You can use your own language.
Mm.
Remember, universe take your language as their language, so
Yeah.
they don't have like, oh, you need to just speak poetic spells and that will I will only follow that. Or sometimes you watch a movie and they're very poetic in their spells.
That's just the
No,
standard.
not
Yeah.
necessarily. Just the standard. If you are a witch who can do that, perfect.
Yep.
But if you are wanting to practice and develop your skills into witchery, then you could just speak it like your own language and it'll be a lot easier, so no exert effort. When I read someone, I had experience before, because I join fairs now, holistic fairs, wherein I do a lot of readings.
Yeah.
So for some reason, before that fair started, we were going to leave the house, prepare the car for all my stuff, and then I would normally sleep. Like I said in my introduction early, I sleep with crystals. I sleep with obsidian, right?
Okay.
So yeah, a black stone, right?
Mm.
So for some reason, at that time, I was going to leave the house, Martin probably changed the bed sheet, and instead of putting it back in the pillow, he placed it in one of the tables in the drawers. And I said, there must be a reason why I need to bring this. So I put it in my pocket because it's a small one. True enough, I encountered a person who actually doubted me.
Mm.
And because I'm in the stage of still rediscovering myself, enhancing my gift, I felt the niggle to actually doubt myself. I remember this particular person I read, and she said, your reading is not accurate. It's not fully detailed, like the person that, because it's within the fair. There's also another reader, tarot reader, like the other person who did that. So that person read me accurately and you didn't. And I said, and I'm sorry if you didn't feel that my reading is not accurate. And those are the cards that we pulled through today and that were guided by your spirit guides. She became quite negative because she didn't leave the seat because the time is up because it's only 30-minute reading, but she was still sitting there. I stood up already to give us a body language sign that our reading is done. Especially also if you're not happy, walk away. But I'm not going to give your money back because that money that you paid is for my time. And if you think the reading is not accurate because you don't believe, because you think that
Different, yeah.
you have better answers, then why do you why do you
Why
ask
do you
people to
doubt
read
the
you? You could
person,
read
the
it
first
yourself.
person?
Exactly. Yes. Have you ever experienced a person who doubted your reading? No one yet.
Doubted
If
me.
in case someone doubted you, how would you face it?
I will tell them that the question that they ask might not have the answer to give because it's already been plotted and there's no way for me to see it or to change it. It means
Because it's already done.
correct. Because when it's done, you can no longer change things unless there's a key from the universe that you saw it with your own eyes that no, there's some we need to change something at the end. We need to inform the client about it. But
Mm-hmm.
if the cards are not aligning with the question that we're asking, it means it's done. We can no longer see it. We have to stick with it.
When it happened to me, Haych, that someone doubted me, and there was a little voice in my head, like, the unhealed version of me saying, yeah, see, you don't have talent. I had to sit with that uncomfortability in that moment. I talked to the little voice in my head and I said, I know you're just saying that because you're trying to protect me, because you want me to stop. You want me to not believe in myself. But I'm not going to let you win. I know I'm able to help. This is just one person.
Correct.
I was able to help more people,
Correct. Just
If
like
this person is not aligned to my path, this is the universe saying, we're going to test you. See how much you really love yourself. See how much you believe in your gift.
Sure.
If you swayed and believe this person, just one person, let's see if you'll pass the test. And I think I passed the test because I still kept going because it could break you.
Yep.
Because I'm not as powerful as H, the belief in your head, H, that I am this, because me, I'm still rediscovering that, come on, you can do more, Tanya. But because, I've gone through a lot of traumas in my life that made me not believe myself. So it made me put a stop on the brake and say, okay, hang on a minute. Let's sit on this uncomfortable feeling and let's talk to it and say, you're not going to win this time. I know you're just going to protect me, but no, I don't need protection. I can do that myself. So if that person doesn't believe you, so be it. You have other people. Yes, you have other people who will believe in you. It's not always a walk in the park for witches, okay? For people who read. Do you believe in soul contract?
In my case, yes. The reason why I believe in a soul contract is that the past life that we had back then was we were with the same position, just 3 different kingdoms. So on that timeline, we went to war to each other, the 3 of us. When everyone died, when every soldier of ours collided with each other, the only left standing was just the 3 of us. So we decided, instead of having war with each other, we want to become friends. So we did that. And then, fast forward, there's something in the future that we need to not literally stop. But there's a mission that we have not fulfilled back then. So we decided that in the next lifetime, the 3 of us would still see each other and fulfill their promise. So we decided, not really a soul contract, but somehow related to that. So we decided to sacrifice ourselves back then, cage it to a medallion, our souls into that medallion, and then until such time that when we are ready, that's the time that we will meet again. So on this lifetime, we didn't know that we were connected back then, by this by this contract. You didn't know. And the funny part is that the practice that we have right now also is connected to our past life. We didn't know our past life back then. We did not know. One who actually practices black magic back then, who raises dead, now he's practicing black magic this present time. The one who sees the future, the one who can see the future actually still sees the future now. It was a funny story. It's a whole episode, but I need the other two to tell you that
Yeah, you
story.
need the other two. Yeah, because so that contract continued from past to present. So that's why you believe in soul contracts. So you actually talked about in the past that we'll meet each other again. I don't know how and I don't know when, but we will. And we will know that it is us
Correct.
again, just in a different body. That's amazing. Talking about the death from that past life.
Mhm.
What's your view on death? What happens after death?
That for me is, I would say, freedom. Freedom um, from this physical form,
Limited life. Yes.
correct, and then moving on to realm, where you are free, freedom from everything, freedom from pain. That's why life need not to be taken for granted.
I agree. Death is freedom from pain, from the limited form of human being. It's going back to who you are, going back home.
Mm.
You know, I think we are ready for spill the tea. H, are you ready for spill the tea? Okay, so this is controversial,
Mhm.
intriguing, and all about tea. Have you ever sensed dark energy on someone close to me, and what did it feel like?
I think there's this one scenario when some people would hate you because they misunderstood your personality. Put it that way. So I think I could say, lucky enough to pass by those particular group, and they thought I wasn't really that close to you. So we had a little chit chat, but I wasn't commenting on anything. I was just listening, and I was like, "No, she's not that." In my mind, you just don't understand her. It's more of a
So you did.
misunderstanding. Yeah.
So who's someone we know that's not a witch, but absolutely gives witch realness and doesn't know it?
Ah, you know stuff.
Who?
Right?
Steph! Really? Oh my god. Oh, well, hello, Steph.
Hi,
If you're
Steph.
listening. Hi, Steph. Witchy girl. Yeah. Although Steph needs to go in a proper school of witchery. Because Steph is really in touch with her humanness. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But it's your option, Steph, you know. Either sit down on a podcast with me or sit down with H and learn, develop your gift. I absolutely agree with that because Steph is so in touch with her emotions and that can develop into something bigger than her. So that's going to be amazing. Right. Is there someone in our circle you'd never trust energetically, even if they're nice on the surface?
Someone in our circle who has that personality, because all of us are either super jolly
Mhm.
or
Crazy.
yeah, that too.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
think if it's like if it's throwing a bad vibe, we would know. We would
Yeah.
not be surrounding
Mhm.
ourselves with that. So
Correct.
we at that time, I think we were in the age of like knowing to choose your circle, right?
Yeah.
So I agree. I don't think there's someone in our circle that we maybe when we say circle. So let's say we go on the floor and
Mhm.
off steam to do a QA. Yes. Okay. Yes, there would be loads of that.
Yeah.
But within our circle in our team, I don't see
Yeah.
anyone. Or maybe if we do, that person already left quite early or just completely separated from us. Okay.
I agree.
Have you ever had to cut cords with someone for spiritual self-preservation?
No, I was spiritually attracted to that person, and couldn't say it's love, but probably it's because of his energies. And I was attracted to that person. And what I'm seeing in myself, I know that this person has his partner for a very long time, but he's giving you
Mm-hmm.
mixed signals, like he's single.
Yeah.
So I had to cut cords to him esoterically because it's not healthy. It's not healthy for me and not healthy for his partner as well. I wouldn't want a
Mm-hmm.
relationship that is actually a relationship from a betrayal type of form, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to have someone that is unique and has no baggages.
Thank you for answering that. I think it's really a tricky part when love comes between, right?
Sure.
But like what you said, you are spiritually attracted to them because probably your soul and your spirit are drawn to that requirement that the person can bring to you.
Sure.
But you need to cut that because you also believe the power that you can do it yourself. You can
Yeah.
fulfill that gap. Can you name a moment when someone's vibe was so fake you had to physically shake it off?
I think what I would normally do on those is take them in silence because Capricorn's way of saying I let you go is being silent.
The silent treatment, isn't it?
Yes.
Me, I physically remove myself from that situation because I know that my nature is so nurturing that I would stick just because I'm polite. So I would make an excuse either I need to go or need to go to the toilet just because I can't. I also separate myself from negative conversation because you can easily get that and
Sure.
take that home. And also as a person who's so involved in helping other people, you don't want to take that negativity
Sure.
within your job, right?
Mhm.
Okay, who do you think has the purest light energy among the people we know, the true light and the love vibes?
Genius. Georgine.
Gio. Yes. Gio has a very light energies. She's like genuinely, she would
Sure.
also genuinely not stick to a situation she doesn't want to engage in. So she's not fake at all. For me, the purest light of all, I mean, apart from Gio, but first impression was you. You are literally the purest light because I think probably because I can read energy and I knew that even if there's a little bit of a darkness inside you, I think that you are more appropriately using that darkness and more practicing your lightness. So that's why it's the true light and the love vibes that I feel. This is why probably I was like asking myself the first time, should I hate him? Should I? Or should I get to know him? So that was my first impression, okay? Have you ever seen someone pretended to be spiritual, but you knew it was all performance?
If a person would give me false information about something, a topic that I am very much experienced on, I would not really judge them, but I would correct them on that particular belief. I don't know. It's just
See what I mean about you being the true light in you? You know what I mean? You're not like okay, just take it on and then just talk about that person behind their back. No, you would literally correct them. This is
Yeah.
what I love about you, Paige. See, I think this is the part where people need to understand when you're practicing spirituality, you become less judgmental.
Yeah.
You understand them on a different level because you see through them, right? So they're not liars, they're not cheaters, they're not bad people. They're just reliving a moment of a trauma. For me, I always believe that everyone has a spiritual side in them. It's just about turning them on. So if it feels like it's not real, I would look at it as someone like it is new.
Yeah.
He's learning it or
Yeah.
she's learning it.
Correct.
So if she's making a mistake, everyone makes a mistake. I didn't get this card reading right the first time. So it's a matter of really adjusting your perspective on
Sure.
anyone. So who do you think is spiritually protected, like you'd never mess with them accidentally?
No one yet.
Do you think, looking at me now, am I spiritually protected?
I couldn't say spiritually protected, but you're just really brighter It's just brighter.
So if it's brighter, it can be blinding, right?
Correct.
And that is another form of protection, right?
Passive
If it's blinding,
yeah.
like, so see, I look at you as like you are fucking spiritually protected. I not only spiritually protected, you also protect yourself as you. So I don't like to mess with you, H, okay? Have you ever felt someone cast something negative to
Yeah.
you, even unintentionally, just from envy or projection?
Yeah, I would normally feel that, especially when there's a change on the way they treat me. So there are also some changes of energies. So when my what do you call that? When my light bulb lights, oh, this person started to do something. So wall on.
Same. I do the same. So I can, because I'm a reader of energy and aura. So if I can sense that this person is faking that, that they like me, but really they're envious and I don't know, they talk bad behind me. I don't, you know what? So if you put a protection, you know what I do? I transmute it.
Oh.
I transmute that negative. So I told you I'm an alchemist,
Mhm.
right? So if you are a speller, I'm an alchemist. So I play around with energy. So I would transmute that
Mhm.
energy, the negative energy, and I will say, transmute that energy into money gain for me.
Yeah,
So
nice
I
one.
am not, so I'm not fret. If you talk behind about me, please do so because it gives me more money. Okay. So would you, now I've asked you,
Mhm.
what kind of witch am I, right? A healer, you said. Would you consider me now a full-blown witch? If so, what's my element or energy style?
You're like you're like just a bird in a nest, but you're too afraid to fly yet. So you need some
Mm-hmm.
encouragement to brave that nest and go out. And your element will be the same as your zodiac sign, which is fire. But yours is not a destructive one. It's the warm one.
What's my energy style?
It's more like something electrifying, but not
Love that.
harmful. It's warm. So you would struck something or someone with it, but they would not. Um, they won't feel any pain, but they will. You will give them realization.
Love it. I love it, H. We're coming to an end, okay? I asked you earlier if you can read me fully without opening a card. What do you see in my present and in my future? Lay it raw.
You will still be strong at the age of 78. I can see you in some beaches.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure how I would interpret it, but it can be physical or something to do esoterically. I can see a house burning. So it's
Mm-hmm.
either you'll be moving to a different house physically, or some foundation in you might have been destroyed. Meaning there's another foundation coming in, which will be much more stable and much more complete than the previous one. And just like a tree, you are still growing. You cannot
Love
bear
it.
you cannot bear any flowers yet because you're waiting for something to bear them, but not yet. Not yet. How is your relationship with water? With the element
Water.
of water? Yes.
Um, I don't drink a lot of water, but I love water. I love going to the beach. I love water. Why?
It has something to do with that element. Not sure. Try to conjure rain sometimes.
Okay.
Try to conjure some rain, and you'll see.
You think I'll be able to do that? Okay. You read me. Thank you very much for that. And I truly, truly appreciate that. And can I just say, just for the record, Did you know that Haych is the one who told me that I'm gonna have children? He saw that I'll be pushing 2 kids. He said this, okay? 2 kids on a swing. And I've done that. And I can even show you a fucking photo of me pushing my children on a swing. So how accurate is that? And this is despite of the IVF treatment we've gone through and the doctor saying we can't do it. Haych said, "You can, girl. You can." And I did. Okay? Just to be fair, I'm going to try to read you. Okay? You can correct me. I don't mind being corrected. But this is a challenge I've never taken on before. Reading a much more powerful person. Okay? But this I'm gonna use all the help I can get from your guides, okay?
Okay.
So give me a moment, okay? They're there? They're all there? First, when I close my eyes, I see a mushroom. Okay? So you are really connected with nature. So mushroom is a very resilient plant, right? They can grow anywhere, on a branch, on the ground, everywhere. Okay? So you are a resilient person. It's what I read to you as a person, okay? Are you in a relationship now?
Getting to one.
You will be. Okay? So this person will bring you something. Something that you've experienced before, but just this is a different level. Okay? So this is a life teaching. Although you are very a knowledgeable person in life because of your past life experiences, but you will take that lesson into a different level. I can also hear growing old together. Okay? That is good. Haych, that is fucking good. Growing old together.
I know.
Okay? I also see you moving out to a different place. Okay? Career-wise, how's your career?
I think this is a much more lax work than previous ones.
Okay. Because it looks like you're going to be staying there because you want something, an aspect of your life steady while you are taking care of something else or like exploring. Because a career is stable and relaxed, not too much stress. Now you're able to manage or look at in the every other aspect of your life, which is love. Your guides are saying priority is love. Okay? Because you have been setting that aside.
Yeah.
Because the priority,
I'm a Capricorn, you know. Work
yeah,
is
the
priority.
priority, yes, work is priority and other people and also,
Yeah.
self-powering. But this time, enough of that. You are powered enough. We want a different element to come in a circle to give you a different flavor of life. So the love is guaranteed. What they're only saying is travel. Traveling with the new relationship will help you both explore. Okay? So this particular person that you are in the stage of getting to know, you as a witch, how do you feel? What to pass to what is happening now? Can you see a future?
That's something I can't do. I um, I made an oath to myself that whatever happens, I'm not gonna use it for my own personal gain, even if it
That's why I'm here for. Okay? That's why I'm here for. Because I hear from your guides growing old together. Okay? So, your guides are saying, please prioritize love this time. For fuck's sake. Okay? And to travel together. So I think the main focus of your relationship going to be about traveling, experiencing cultures, different places together. Either the place you've been or places he's been, and I'm just trying to. Can you repeat his name in your head 3 times? Send your energy in your head about this person. Okay. Pure. Pure intention.
Mm-mm.
Pure intention. So you would see, but it can change as well. Depends on the field that he is with. Okay. This is why the guides are saying it's important you both create your own cocoon. So no other energies are interfering with yours. Because the important part is to build that
Mm-mm.
wall for the two of you first. Because he's the type of person that would be swayed easily by other people's energy. Okay? But he's confident. He's a confident person. He also knows he can get you. But Capricorns like to delay things, everybody. Okay? They like to test the water first because they don't want to just jump into
True.
conclusion. Okay? So, but I also know your spirit guides are saying, we are on it. We are on it. Okay? So I don't know if that is accurate for you, H, but those are just the messages I received from your guides.
Actually, there's something. While I was I was browsing some platform a few days ago. There's one thing that is resonating with me, one word, and that is to become vulnerable when it comes to love. Because Capricorns are not vulnerable to them, remember?
They're not. They're not.
So that's
They're
what I'm
very,
doing now.
yes. So Capricorns are very calculated
Yes.
with their move. So everything they need to know all corners. So they're just like that.
Yep.
It's not something you can't change. It's
Correct.
not because they're trauma. It's just because they want to know they come out of it with something. They're not, they can give something and they can come out with something as well. So yes, your guides are saying, put the walls down, my love. It is fucking time. they, one of them even said this. I don't know who that is, but that's the energy that one of your guides is saying. Okay? Do you know who's that guide? H.
It's one of the guys that would normally step in when I'm in a stage where I doubt what's happening.
Yeah. Yeah. So just one message for you, H. Okay, and this is well. Your guys are funny, They are proper attitude. They are proper attitude. So they know what message you would listen to. So I think if you break the walls for this person, do so. If it's meant for you to get hurt and rebuild yourself, do so.
Yep.
But I don't see that in advance because it's just meaning for you to build a new life with the person because a growing old name is that. Okay, this could be your true love. This could be your, the person that you'll be holding your hands with. Hopefully, otherwise, it just gets better, right? If this is not the one, always gets better with the next one. That's a wrap for our beautiful podcast today, Witches Switch for Bleep It or Not. We laugh, we hex, we healed, but mostly we reminded each other there's magic in every part of life if you dare to look. H, my love, thank you for lighting candles, dragging me to witch stores, and seeing my magic before I did. To everyone listening today, may you always feel protected, divinely guided, and just a little spooky. Blessed be, babies. Mwah. Thank you, my love, H. Thank you so much. Anyone, I don't know what services do you offer. Do you want to offer your services to people?
I can do general reading for free as well, and some paranormal concerns as well. If there are things that science can't explain, and there are things that you feel there's something wrong, you can reach out.
please reach out to Haych. So we'll be sharing this podcast on our personal profiles on Facebook. So once Haych is tagged on that or he shared the video of this episode to his page, you can easily reach out to him. Again, Haych, thank you so much, my love. And I am hoping that we are connected forever, and we are going to be connected forever. We are solely connected.
Yeah.
Haych, thank you so much for joining Believe It or Not today for this
Thank
special
you,
episode of Which is Which. I have discovered more about you on a deeper level, and I have loved you ever since, and I loved you even more now. Thank you. And I hope this is not the only one we're going to have together. We're going to have more episodes, maybe with those two past soul friends you have that are still friends today. So we'll definitely talk about that. But thank you, my love.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Bye, everyone. See you and catch you again for the next episode of Believe It or Not.
Try your teeth.